Okay, is a selfie. Oh, sorry, I didn't know you were seeing me. My name is Julius, the Genius Agwu. You already know it's Golden Icons. Keep watching Golden Icons. I said don't change it. Don't change it.
Hello everyone, this is your host Emma Emerson for Golden Icons, and we are here with an icon all on his own. He is comedian, actor, director, and super MC, super host.
Come on, put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen.
The one and only Mr. Julius Agwu.
Woo!
I know, if there was a crowd here, we'll be cheering on your name. Everyone loves you.
Oh, really?
Yes.
But you know the funny thing?
What?
I don't assume that everyone loves me.
Oh no.
I
Really?
assume, yeah, for real. Even the best of Jesus, not everybody like him.
That's true.
So I make room for the haters. I make room for those who misunderstand me. I make room for those who do not know what's really doing.
Yeah.
But there's something about it. Everybody has a fan.
Yeah.
Even the worst of comedians,
Yeah.
even the worst of actor has, someone who's there for him. So that's why I keep it.
Yay. I'm so happy we've gotten the chance to meet with you again. Last year was Gamma, and that was the last time I saw you. Almost a year now.
That's true.
That night, what did you think of the show?
I remember when Body started, but I was excited. I was glad to be part of it last year. And I like the fact that whether you like it or not, he's doing the best he can to project, Nollywood.
Yeah.
To project African filmmaking, movie productions.
Yeah.
And that's the only way those who strive to do something like that back home can be encouraged.
Yeah.
So, I was telling Buddy, I like to support anybody who is doing something to advance, to project the image of that continent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not to talk of zeroing into Nigeria, that everybody wants to flip the page. Is Nigeria? You think, oh, that's a fraud.
Yeah.
It is fraudulent. So for those of us who do things in diaspora, all we're doing is to see how we can rebrand our country.
That's right.
How we can project the image of that country.
Yeah.
So he deserves to be encouraged.
Yay.
So that's what I say. That's
Thank you so much for the support.
Thank you. You're welcome.
So are you coming back?
Yeah, I'm not hosting this year.
Yeah,
Ewa is hosting. So we're still looking at it.
So you've done so many projects over the years. You've done stand-up comedy. You've done the movies.
Which is what he's known for, by the way.
Yeah.
Stand-up comedy.
You're okay being known as a comedian.
Well, the truth is I read theater arts
Yeah.
from the prestigious University of Port Harcourt, if I may say so.
Okay.
And I did diploma first in acting before I now went in for my directing. Directing was my major, and I graduated in directing as a specialization.
Yeah.
But while in school, my career started from acting, going to Lagos because my school was University of Port Harcourt, where I happened to come from.
I was born there.
Really?
Yeah.
Where? Port Harcourt?
Yeah. I was born in Port Harcourt. Don't ask me where.
No, it's okay. It could be in Ojoto. It could be in Ihedi or Hamma. It could be in one village. It could be in Diobu. It's okay, but you've pushed now. You've packaged.
Yeah, that's right.
And leveled and changed. So, but from school then I used to go hustle, go for auditions. And my first movie was Rattlesnake.
Yeah.
That was 1993. How old were you then?
Like 5?
I know. So 93 was Amaka Igwe's Rattlesnake.
R.I.P.
Let her, rest in peace. She was a wonderful woman.
Yeah.
She was the writer, producer, and director of Checkmate.
Yeah.
With Bob Manuel, RMD, Ada.
That was a thriller.
Bimbo, I mean, Ada Mildred Iweka then. She's based here now. I don't know where she is. I'm looking for her. If you see her, tell her that we're looking for her. That's a talent.
Yeah.
So, in all this, after a while, I felt bad. Look at me, theater graduate. And you'll be begging people to give you roles in movies. That was even before they birthed Nollywood.
Yeah.
We were just a group of people. Then the actor was seen as a never-do-well.
Yeah.
As a drag of his side, was a serious person. So nobody really, even my parents, they encouraged me to go into theater.
That's amazing.
So at some point, I saw myself through school.
Yeah.
The good thing again, like I said, was that it's university is in my village. So I was working from home. People were, Julius, I just want to check somebody here. They don't know that I don't even have transport money to school.
Wow.
Yeah. So, at some point I got frustrated. I just said, wait. I hope this is not going to prove my parents right.
Yeah.
That it's all about struggling and all that. That was how I now went into acting. Comedy. And I was part of the first the first major event that was seen as a festival or a gathering of, first when we started comedy show, it was Night of 1,000 Laughs.
Yeah.
Upper Williams Night of 1,000 Laughs. So people didn't believe that people could just sit down and then people would come on stage and talk and they would laugh.
Yeah.
So I was part of that. That kind of took me away from acting for a while.
Yeah.
And then when I built a name for myself,
Which you did.
yes, the producers, then the movie makers started coming back. Okay, we can give you this.
Yeah.
Come
Did
on,
you
acting.
find it to be natural?
You mean acting
Comedy.
or comedy? Yes. Before I actually got established as a comedian, I could crack people up. I'll be with friends. I'll tell them jokes. Then I'll see some of them using my jokes on stage.
Oh, no.
So I just said, look, I think I can do better.
Yeah.
So that was it. Yeah.
And then you're also a good dancer too. I remember your Diama dance.
well,
You're so cute. I was like, oh, go.
Yeah, I used to have a dance group.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a dance group while in university. Even before then, part of the way as I saw myself through school was while in secondary school, I had my own theater troupe.
Yeah.
Jaffe. Sorry, it was called Jamming Theater Troupe. Now, this jamming was an acronym for something. I bought a cap and I saw Jamming Night. So I formed an acronym for it. Julius Agwu must make it in Nigeria.
Wow.
JAMMIN. Julius Agwu must make it in Nigeria. So that was Jamming Theater Troupe. So what I did then was I was going to sister schools, going to secondary schools to do poetry, dance drama, and so a bit of comedy.
Wow.
So I was doing all this until I finally gained admission into University of Port Harcourt.
So you are all-round entertainer.
Bam.
Well, go ahead.
You know what they call me? Back from then, they used to call me Mr. Versatile.
Yeah.
Some girl saw it in one of those magazines. I don't know whether you remember Hints.
No.
Hints magazine. There was Hints. There was Hearts.
Okay.
Hints was published by the present MD of NNPC. That was his paper. Some girl saw it one day. Hey, Julius Agwu, Mr. Versatile. She came to me. Uncle Julius, why are they calling you Versatile? What does that mean? I said, it's versatile. I said, okay, did they change the spelling? So then, because of my ability to be, to be like the tentacles.
Yeah.
Everything entertainment I have done, everything entertainment I still want to do, the ones I haven't done.
Wow.
Yeah.
You still feel like you have a long way to go.
This is just the starting point. After this turnaround.
That's amazing. You've been in this for about, what, 20 years now?
Professionally, I don't know whether to say, okay. If we want to count from 92 officially, will be how many years now? Calculate that. In entertainment. I'm saying in entertainment because I don't want to put from when I was in school.
That's over 20 years.
But that's over 20 years, yeah.
Wow.
Go ahead.
Did you do any celebration for,
I haven't.
There's some.
The celebrations I did. I did something. Crack Your Ribs, my first brand, my first major brand, which is my comedy brand.
Yeah.
I started it because a lot of people were yearning to see Julius in all his tentacles.
Yeah.
Julius the comedian. Before comedy, Julius the actor. So I used to do skits, drama sketches, comedy sketches on stage. Yeah. Julius the dancer, like you rightly said. And everything I did. So that was how Crack Your Ribs started. And as a platform as well to showcase talents.
Yeah, other people.
Back home, yes, other people. Now, Crack Your Ribs, I celebrated the 10th anniversary in Lagos because it started from Lagos. Yeah. Before I started spreading it out to Abuja, to Port Harcourt, to Lagos. Did I mention? I started from Lagos to London.
Yeah.
And I have also been here to do it in America. I've done Houston, Dallas. We've done Atlanta. Yeah. Maryland.
Wow.
But
So
I took
it's
a
now
pause.
international.
Yes, but my point is, that's the only thing I've celebrated. I'm waiting to celebrate 25 years.
Wow.
Thank God I'm alive.
Thank God you're
And I'm
alive.
seeing all this.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Is
20 is no longer like 25 will be like a major milestone.
Yeah. I think it's about that time to have that celebration.
Yeah. Funny
In
enough, coincidentally.
2017.
Oh, that's what you were calculating.
Yes.
No wonder.
Yeah.
Funny enough, we just celebrated the 10th anniversary of Crack Arabs in London on the 30th of August. Yeah, 30th of August, and it was fully packed, sold out at the Hackney Empire.
Yeah.
And Abuja celebrates 10 years this year as well. Crack Arabs, which will hold on. I don't know when you're airing this, but I just may just have said
Yeah.
that holds on 2nd of October,
Yeah.
which is the Independence Weekend. So we're doing it at the Federal Capital Territory to talk about change, the change we've been waiting for. No, see, you don't change now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't change.
You definitely.
Before I know they carry hair. No, local before. Now, change is the
How long
only
do you wanna
constant
grow
thing
that?
in life.
How long do you want to grow? Right
It's
here,
for
like
a purpose.
flavor.
I'm sure we'll come to that later.
Really?
It's for
Wow.
a purpose.
See, last year when you were hosting the Gamma, everyone noticed. Some people were like, what's going on? Julius is a little bit skinnier. Did he lose weight? People really noticed that. What brought about those changes physically?
Oh, people noticed.
Of course.
Are you serious?
I'm telling you.
Well,
You know,
I think
a red
even my
carpet, I told
even my
everyone.
outfit. Anyway,
Wow.
yeah.
The socks were showing, and
No, I
So
mean
like
the
that,
one,
like
the costumes were them. They were big. Anyway, what happened was before then I was working out, trying to look all shapely for you.
really.
And for the fans,
Aw.
and especially for my wife,
Yes,
you know,
that's
look good
good.
because once you're 40, I turned 42 years ago,
Wow.
and I just thought, from what I've learned from other people, look, you need to be fit, you need to be so I started, and as an actor, you must make sure you put all those things in check.
Yeah.
But after a while, I noticed I was losing weight. I thought it was because of that. I didn't know that I had some serious health challenges. I mean, nobody carries a signboard of ill health.
Of
Nobody
course.
knows. We don't know what. Some days we just walk around, and you don't know what's in your system. So that was what happened. Even when I came for game, I almost couldn't make it.
Yeah.
But I wasn't ill,
Yeah.
as in ill, sick. I was just
So at that time, you hadn't thought of anything serious attached to the weight loss.
Attached to it, so
Yeah.
it was just, but one thing I noticed after that period,
Yeah.
especially the next year, early this year,
Yeah.
was that I was losing appetite.
Yeah.
It wasn't really like food. Said, no, if I get food, but then, not until at times I'll stay and I'll have severe headache, but I'll take normal pain relievers and it will just go off. And then, in Nigeria, we just keep hustling. You walk
Yeah. Yeah.
from this set to this set, you get your show booking, you go for that one, you travel from here. And my wife will go like, you need rest. So, this rest, if I rest them, how will you chop?
Yeah.
How will the kids manage? And you know how these things, I've come to realize that we really need to check our health status. Check what's happening around us, because back home we just walk, hustle.
No regular
Even when Africans die, they still walk. They consult them as oracle, find out what is happening in that world. How these ones, that's so. But then, it was after I was on the set of my series,
Yeah.
The Vendor.
Yeah.
That's the name of the series I was shooting, and at times I would just get really weak. Get home, wake up around 6 a.m., go on set, drive all the way by myself, finish about 12 midnight, tired, come back home, and then immediately after that, I had a seizure. Luckily for me, it was in my house.
Yeah.
And I keep wondering, suppose it had happened maybe in a hotel,
Oh, you were driving.
or I was driving and I had it. It was really sad, but luckily my wife was there, so she was able to call my security cop, to help her, and they rushed me to the hospital in Nigeria.
Yeah.
By the time I got there, I was in coma. Yeah. I was in coma. Came back after like an hour, and I had lost all my memory. I couldn't even recognize my wife. Couldn't recognize anybody. I couldn't walk. After like a week, I was able to come back a bit. I just told her, look, I think we need to travel to check what the problem really is.
Yeah. They couldn't diagnose you in Nigeria?
At that point, no.
What does that say about our health system over there?
What happened was, so many of us from experience, we don't particularly like, it's appalling. I would have said something, I don't know who watched this one. But we're learning fast from our politicians, who are the ones who are supposed to make some of these provisions.
Yeah.
So I just thank God that at least I'm able to pay for my ticket, travel, and that I have visa.
Yeah.
So, because, that was even the period, the fuel scarcity.
Oh, no.
The whole problem, the light issue.
Everything
was shut down. And then you go to hospital at times, some hospital tell you, we can't on gen. There's no this, no diesel or something. So I thank God that was the period we came here, and then we checked. At the time we had all the tests, and then I did an MRI. Was revealed that I had some tumor in my brain.
Before we go into that, isn't it interesting how Bernie Mac, the comedian Bernie Mac, his wife, when they talked about, what she got out of the whole experience with her husband dying, she said the one thing she would tell men is get regular checkups, especially when you're over the age of 40. You should try to make sure you get regular checkups. Now, people in Nigeria may not really have that privilege to do that. But you were one of the lucky few who were able to get out of the country and find some kind of adequate health care. What do you think somebody in Nigeria can do in that sense because you didn't know? What if another man is out there right now that may possibly have the same symptoms but may not really know what's going on?
Okay. One of the things they said, because my surgery was done to remove the one behind here.
Yeah.
And they said it was the size of a golf ball.
No way.
Yeah, the size of a golf ball.
Did you see a physical
No physical swelling. It was the MRI that revealed it. And then I still have two in here. The good thing is, after they did this, they had to culture it to check and whether it was cancerous. So they came back after 3 days to say, thank God it's not cancerous. So the ones here, I'm still on medication to be able to reduce them and make them well.
So you've only had one surgery in the back?
Yes, in the back. So now my point is that thing had been there for a while. I've never really bothered about it, which is my advice to not just entertainers, to every one of us. Like she rightly said, from 40, you need to be careful. Benny Mac's wife was right.
Yeah.
We just walk, and a lot of people take this for granted.
Yeah.
There's another thing that I noticed, especially as a boy who grew up in a village.
Yeah.
I remember my mother would go to the farm. She plucks the vegetable leaves, the meat, the fish, or whatever she needs to prepare. She prepares them. Immediately, they don't need to even overboil.
Yeah.
We eat. It used to be, you know that, but a lot of things have changed.
Yeah.
Now we have microwaves. We have all the junk foods.
Yeah.
So some of these things are telling us, we never used to have like cancers back home.
Yeah.
Some of these, you hear one name, they give you one name, and things are coming up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's sad.
Yeah.
So my point is, from time to time, we really need to do that check.
Yeah.
I've never been really sick that I had to go to hospital.
Yeah.
But this has taught me a lot.
You didn't know what was going on in the inside.
That's what I'm saying, and that's my point. A lot of people just move around. I had a lawyer friend that just fell and collapsed. And this guy has never been sick since I knew.
Never been sick.
Never been ill.
Yeah.
Even the heart attacks are coming, they just attack you from nowhere.
Wow.
So it's a message to everybody out there. We really need to hold God strongly.
Yeah.
Yes, we really need to hold God strongly.
Your wife, how did she take all of this when it was happening?
She was my angel.
Yeah.
She was the angel God just positioned to ensure that I didn't go. Because what more can I say?
Yeah.
she said I was talking to her initially. We were talking, we were having a conversation. Suddenly I wasn't talking again. I was just playing. And then I would look at her. And she was like, you've started your comedy again. And I just laid down because she got me food to eat and I was like, I'll eat later. She said, eat, try and eat. You don't, I said, I'll eat later. Suddenly, then the seizure now started. But like I said, she was the angel and she had to be the one to carry me. You know, even after then we came to America, even after the surgery, you know, she's the one that takes bath me.
Yeah.
You
won't
know,
be able to do anything on your
just
own.
that once at times she would just tease me. She now, because everything crumbled, everything came down.
Yeah.
Even here. So she'll be teasing me at times.
Everything took a break.
Everything took a break. But I thank God everything is back now. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God. Because
you're exercising again.
Yeah.
You're active again. Things are awake again.
Well, but I'm taking it slow now because a lot of people have the opinion that, look, you're even lucky. You mean you had a surgery how many months ago and you're already up and doing?
How long ago did you have it?
It was in May.
Wow.
Yeah, it was in
What
May.
was that recovery period like? Tell me what was... first of all, how many days was the surgery? How long did that take? And then what was the recovery period?
The surgery was for 4 hours.
4 hours? Okay.
4 or 5 hours.
That's
they
a
said,
long time.
yeah. I didn't know what was happening.
Yeah.
Came back, and after a while, and then I started my, therapy. I couldn't walk.
How long were you in a coma?
Of course, I was in coma.
No, I
no,
mean,
not like
even
coma. I
after.
was after. You know how they.
You were asleep for some
Yes,
period?
yeah.
How many? Was it a couple of days or a couple of hours?
For a full day, I think.
Really?
Or rather, when I came back, when I woke up, I asked my wife, "What day is this?" I saw her first, and I was like, "What day is this? When are we doing the surgery?" She said, "It's been done."
Wow.
I said, how? She now got me a mirror, and I saw bandage all over. Yeah. And I tried to stand, I couldn't walk. So it took a while. I started some exercise, breathing exercise to regain my energy. Then they were coming to take me around to work. I have videos.
So were you like kind of paralyzed in a way?
That's what it is. When you pass through a surgery, you don't work for a while. You need to begin to learn because it's a baby walk. Everything like a baby. Yeah, all this. But I thank God that was my fear first. How long is this going to take? When am I going to come back again?
Thinking about going back to work? No way. I know, but that's an Igbo man thing, though.
It's not an Igbo man thing. It's a very responsible man thing. Well, you have family to take care of. You know, some people were of the opinion that I shouldn't have done the London show.
I heard you just did that. Was that last month?
Yes, August 30th.
Wow.
Just a couple of weeks back, 2 weeks. Oh, yeah. And God has given me the strength, and He's perfecting my healing. And I mean,
what did your wife say when you told her, "Oh, I'm gonna go do that again"?
She was against it.
Of course.
But she had to travel with me. We left Houston,
Good.
went to London. She had to go with me because I needed her to be able to take, the circle. But it went well. We had a show in Aberdeen, which coincidentally was where my wife did her masters.
Okay.
Aberdeen is also in UK.
Okay.
Yes, United Kingdom. So inside,
I know.
I want to educate you.
Yes.
No, because you did TV, you know everything. Now relax.
Okay, sorry.
Where is Aberdeen?
In the UK.
Okay.
United Kingdom.
Bam, not UK, Anunobi. United Kingdom. So I did one there. That was where my wife did her masters. Her first degree was petrochemical engineering, master's was in oil and gas. Let me tell you so that you know my wife.
You know,
so it was like, remember this thing for her. We weren't married then, we were dating. I was going to Aberdeen to see her. So when we did one there, and unfortunately, some of my guys hadn't gotten their work permit, so they couldn't come. Agodai, Bakasi, AY. So I was the only one. And I performed for more than an hour on stage.
Wow.
I had to apologize to them, and they had a good time. The London show was the major one, which was the 10th anniversary celebration. But I needed to slow it down. I had my friend. A lot of people were like, "Are you sure he can perform?" But I came on stage and I did my thing. Yeah, so that's why.
Did the doctors tell you that you should take a break from that?
They did. They did. They said I needed to relax. In fact, they didn't want me to. I'm still being monitored. I mean, considering my situation and what I passed through, they're still monitoring me. But
so how long did you stay without doing anything? Like you were just at home.
Doing it depends on doing what.
Nothing. Like your job is just to wake up, eat, sleep, do other things, and then go back to sleep.
Other things like what? The way you put it. Anyway.
I didn't say anything.
Okay.
How long were you in the resting period?
I've been resting all the while.
So let's say 2 months before you went back to do the show.
The show was in August. I did my surgery in May.
May.
That's how many months?
June, July, August. So about 2 months.
Well, 3 from April. I haven't done anything after my birthday. As a matter of fact, I had to go off social media, everything. And I just got back on social media. You need to catch up.
Of course.
All these young boys now, that's how they do it to promote their brand.
Yes, sir.
You need to catch up. Follow them. If you can't beat them, follow them.
Yeah. Your mom, I read the article and I watched that video. Let me tell you, it got me teary-eyed. But you know, I like to cry a lot. But that got me because I can only imagine what it is like for a mother to maybe not really understand what's going on and knowing the fact that her son could have been in some kind of danger. And you put up that video. That was so touching. So tell me,
that was my
what was that like? Did you tell your mom initially what was going on? Or did she find out from the press?
Okay, what happened was she noticed I was losing weight.
Okay.
I don't know whether I should say this here, but I just finished building her good place, like an upstairs, and she moved into the place. She was excited, happy, because I wanted my dad passed 2002.
Yeah.
So I'm the second to the last, but I'm that joy. My mom is proud of me.
Yeah.
Even though they didn't encourage me, she's so happy now that I'm doing well in my chosen career. So she moved into the place. So when she started seeing the turnaround that I was losing weight, she got very concerned.
Sure.
She got scared. You know how women in the village and Niger thing. She was like, enemies. Is it this thing you did for me that they want to kill you? So she kept bothering. I told her, Mama, I'm fine. I didn't want her to get a bit, And then we kept it away from her even when I had my surgery and everything. Someone innocently now went to meet my mom. Mama, sorry about your son, Julius. We heard what happened. I said, which my son? That was how she knew. And I didn't want her to get into, to worry and start thinking for an old woman. So I got a bit, she now started calling my wife, calling my sister, because my sister works with me in Lagos, my immediate elder sister. Trying to get to know what was happening. We tried to keep her in the dark. She didn't quite like it. Because like I said earlier, we didn't want it out in the media. That was why I had to stop baby, go off social media so people don't begin. As a matter of fact, somehow everybody, at some point people started posting, where is Julius Agwu? What was happening? Yeah, I saw them. Anyway, so when I visited Nigeria, we had to go back home because my wife was a bit, we left for we were supposed to just stay a week or two to confirm until the surgery was advised, and they told us emergency surgery that I needed to do it immediately. So my wife was a bit worried, concerned about the kids that we left back home. So we went back and I had to clear the air. That was when that interview was granted and it came out, people now knew Julius had a surgery because there were different rumors going around and all that. So how people talk.
Sure.
Anyway, when my mom now heard that I was back, she insisted on coming to Lagos to confirm that I was alive.
All the way from?
Because she didn't know, all the way from Choba in Port Harcourt, River State.
Wow.
So she didn't know what to believe since nobody mentioned to her that I was down. And she came. That was when you saw that video. That video was like just thanking God. I was just playing and I now gave someone to record us. And that was what I used to come back on social media, on Instagram. That was amazing.
A real touching moment.
Yeah, it was. And I'm sure you didn't hear that song. Hey. That song is originally an Ikwere song But an Igbo musician not changed it.
Yeah.
The real one is Ikwere. Ebongalaba we. Ebongalaba jigwaram we. That's the original. Jehovah le. Ebongalaba. Ebongalaba we. Ebongalaba jigwaram we. You know the meaning?
You're the pillar that holds me.
You're the pillar that holds my. Like Ngalaba means, you know, pillar, roots that hold the tree. You know? Yeah. I was chatting with Tiwa Savage yesterday. Was yesterday. And I said to her, there's this song that I like so much.
Which song?
The song keeps ringing, it's always in my head. Even though at times I look at my wife and I sing it to her. Darling, darling, darling.
Yeah.
Do you know the song?
My darling.
Oh, my darling. Oh, my darling. I love that song. So I was chatting with her that she should tell Don Jazzy that I think she should do a gospel version of that song. God, do you too much, yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. I love you, my darling. Look at me now. I don't know where for day.
That's true. Without my God.
Today. Oh God, do I love you.
That's true.
My dear.
Good idea.
I go do anything for you. If not be God, we are for thee.
It's true.
And that's actually my choice. That's why I took Corey D. Roberts for the London show. And I'm also using him to head, as a major musician for the Abuja show. God win. Because my case, now God win. Now him.
Isn't it interesting how and some people still criticized him, oh, why would he perform in a church this song and as a secular singer? And he said it's about the message.
It's about the message.
And there's nobody that listens to that song that does not grab on immediately.
That's the truth. Message. Because he virtually talked about every situation
possibly
God win. You see, the thing that people do not realize, one of the things that I hold strong, and I thank God for, is for my shows, even the Cracky Arabs, which people consider secular. My first appearance always, I glorify God.
Yeah.
I worship Him. I thank Him. Yeah. Because that's the only man that oils my wheel of creativity, that gives me that grace to carry on.
Yeah.
And I'm sure He knows.
Yeah.
That's why He kept me.
Yeah.
Now, my point is, no matter what we do, we know we're all sinners.
Of course.
God knows we're conceived in sin. So He, you know how you ask, you do something wrong, you go back to a father and say, forgive me. So people can't just be judging, why would Corey come and sing? He has given God that honor.
Yeah.
God, now you win. He didn't say it's someone else. He didn't give another person the glory. So those who want to criticize, you know the funny thing? Nobody should judge anybody.
At all.
At all. Because the ones what they do when we close the door, even the so-called people that climb on pulpit and talk, nobody should judge anybody. Yeah. God sees our hearts.
It's the heart.
And that's where it really matters, the heart.
Wow.
That's where I see it.
So you have a huge testimony now to add to your 25 years of being in the entertainment industry. What do you think, how do you think this experience have changed you as a person? Do you have a bit more appreciation for life?
I was just telling you, I was reading out the song, Tiwa Savage's song, talking about God win. Yeah. And then for what I passed through, the experience, it's all glory goes to God. So it has changed my relationship with people, because when you're in certain situation, that's when you know who your friends are. That's when you really know those who could actually where is this guy, and check up on you. Yeah. There are people who are just hangers on because of who you are and because of what they can gain from you.
Did you see that?
Yes, of course. It happens in every situation. Are you telling me that some of the politicians in Nigeria that have been questioned, a lot of people have left them? There are people whose phones that don't ring anymore. At times they call themselves just to confirm, oh, it's working now.
Hello, my phone is working.
It's working. Do you know, even Jonathan that has left as the president, let's wait until his birthday and see how many people will take full pages in papers to at least congratulate him and wish him happy birthday. Yeah. So that's how life is. Yeah. When you're in a misfortune, or rather when you're faced with misfortune, or you're no longer, people do not get what they used to. That's when you know who the real MVPs are in your life.
Yeah.
So that's life.
So God has opened your eyes, or this
To
situation.
so
has
many
opened.
situations, and be more appreciative of those who. And then I just realized that it's family over everything.
That's it.
This is one thing that we're doing really,
Yeah.
and you need more time with your family.
You can have 1 million
My
Instagram
dear.
followers.
They are not following you anywhere. It's just to check and monitor you. Some of them. But then there are those who care. Because I've been getting prayers from a lot of people, even on Instagram and Twitter. People who go to get well, we're praying for you. People I don't even know. And I'm very appreciative of that.
Yeah.
My fans, my family, I always tell people I have so many fans. I have the ceiling fans, the standing fan, the wall fan, table fan, depending on where you want to choose to position yourself. So, my joy is that it has opened my eyes to a lot of the reality of life.
Yeah.
So don't even take God for granted.
Yeah.
And then it's also a message to those politicians out there, to everybody, even we as Nigerians, as Africans.
Yeah.
I come here, I see places, and I go like, come, we have enough money to build some of these things, to enjoy life, rather than even coming here every time to come and stress. We have all these things to provide such facilities.
Yeah.
Now what do? The thief, you grab here. And if you just fall, heart attack, it's gone.
Yeah.
Nobody would even know where you hid all the money.
Yeah.
How can you enjoy it if there's no life, if there's no health, if you're
You
not
don't
in
make
it?
an impact on your generation.
So it's more of making an impact, because I tell people, you have not achieved. Don't call yourself an achiever. You have not achieved if you have not impacted on your society.
Yes.
That's what life is about. What would you be remembered for?
Yeah. When you leave, everything goes with you.
That's it.
No. That's a deep message.
Thank you.
So now you've gone past this, and you're not talking about a new stage in life. You have other things that you want to accomplish. So tell me, what are you looking forward to now as the new Julius?
I call it a second chance.
Yeah.
The second coming. God has been nice, and since He has given me the second chance, what I want to do more is to see how I can give back to Him a whole lot. Yeah. Serve Him. Even though, yes, this is my career, He understands. He gave me the opportunity, but I need to do more for Him as well. And based on that, since the surgery happened here, I'm planning on doing a show called Laugh for Christ's Sake. It's my comedy brand, a gospel comedy brand that I've been doing in Nigeria. Yeah. So I'm doing it in a church here in Houston. Yeah. You get this thing, and I'm getting other younger comedians to come support. Shea Brown will be there. He came to London as well to support me. African Ape came to London as well. There are other younger people, Chief Obi, they've indicated interest in part of, and
aren't you proud of those guys? Because those
I
guys
am
are
proud of them. Chief the Fox, Obi. No, he's been around for a while.
Chief Obi.
No, the Fox. It's called the Foxy P.
Okay.
They are all part of the Princes of Comedy. This is what technology has been doing. Yeah. For a very long time, folks had been telling me, bros, encourage me, this, that, but I had never seen him perform. Yeah. So I was kind of, are you sure? Until this Instagram, there's a whole new crop of new Instagram comedians now. The good thing, like I always say, I use Crack Carib as a platform to showcase these talents, especially when you know what you're doing. And it's all to promote the Nigerian brand. Aside from the fact that they're doing their thing by the side, it's also to project Nigeria positively, that there are those who live, exist, and make a living from their talent. Yeah. So anytime you talk of Nigeria, it's not just about the negative. Yeah. So let international media, like what we're doing now, is to project and show people, okay, yes, so there are people who depend on their talent, and they're doing it positively to help us show, say, we get our good sides. Yeah. So you can't just judge that, Nigerian. We're in an era where even white girls whose fathers or mothers are Nigerians are beginning to want to identify with Nigeria. Our dance. Everything. They want to be the... Meanwhile, before now, it was different. Yeah, it was very different. They even hide their passports. People used to... No, I'm American to the core. You understand? But now, Nigeria. We be Niger.
With their fake Niger accent.
Niger.
They'll form that accents by force.
By force. So that's the joy of it. And then giving me the second chance means that I have to give back more.
I really admire the fact that God has given you this story, and it could have happened to somebody else, and they may not have taken that message that you're taking now to share with the world. What it is to appreciate life and really appreciate a second chance. And I hope you make more of it and do more great things, and I think you will.
You know, the first interview I've granted after my surgery was to channels, television. Yeah, but it wasn't this detailed.
Yeah.
That's the first detailed, the first time I'm talking about this whole thing, the process. I've been getting calls from different media groups. Yeah. We want to do exclusive on you. The dailies, the TV stations, even Ebony Live, owned by Mo Abudu, different people just said, look, I'm not ready for this. I don't know why I'm talking about this.
I don't know why you are either, but you know what? Thank you for doing it. We really appreciate it. I love stories that can inspire people. I do. And when they told me that, oh, we're interviewing Julius, I said, yay! I said, we're about to inspire. Because that's what I see with all this. So thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
At least we've learned something today. Go and get a regular checkup.
And very importantly, just ensure that you always have God by your side in everything you do.
That's right. He's the only one keeping
You
us.
can't do it alone.
Ibungalaba.
Chigwaramwe. Ibungalaba chigwaramwe. Chiovale Ibungalaba.
I love your shoes.
Thank you. Touch them.
Yeah.
It's
Very
plastic.
colorful. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And for more information on this interview, you can go ahead and log on to www.goldenicons.com. Once again, my name is Emma Emerson, and I am here with the wonderful, inspirational Mr. Julius Agwu. Thank you.
Learn from this, please. That's a message to all.
They will.
Okay.
And if they don't,